What's going on everybody, it's Sean here, and in today's video, I'll be giving you guys a look at some of the upcoming sneakers that are dropping in the next week or two. This isn't going to cover every single sneaker of course, but more so just stuff that really caught my eye, but it's not necessarily things that I'm definitely going to be buying. At the end of each shoe, I'll be giving you my verdict, whether it's a cop, a drop, or maybe a flop. So that one refers to things that I'm kind of on the fence with. Kicking off this episode, we have the Air Jordan 34 that's dropping on March 4th in the Infrared 23 colorway. I reviewed a pair of the Jordan 34, and while I wore it strictly for lifestyle use, I was a decent fan of the shoe. With that said though, I don't think any pair of the Jordan 34 has really sold out, and I don't expect this pair to sell out either. This infrared color on the 34 is a very clean look, and I am a fan of the color, but for me, one pair of Jordan 34s is good enough for my collection, so I'm gonna say this one is a drop. Next up, dropping on March 5th, we have the women's Air Jordan 2 multicolor. So obviously this shoe is totally wild. The color scheme is just all over the place, but from what I read, the colors on the shoe are supposed to represent the colors of the teams that Jordan faced throughout the early half of his career. So we have the Knicks, we have the Lakers, the Celtics, and I believe the Blazers. The upper of the shoe is also constructed out of a wide array of materials, so while this is not personally something that I like, if you're a person that really likes your shoe to be loud and really out there, then you might want to consider picking this up. All in all though, for me, this is going to be a drop. Also releasing on March 5th, we have the Supreme collaboration with Nike on the Air Force 1 Low in both the white and black colorways. The retail price on this shoe is only $96, so I believe that's only a $6 bump from your normal Air Force 1 Low. But I guess that makes sense given how little thought and effort was put into this collaboration. It's your classic all white or all black Air Force 1, but they've only added the Supreme box logo on the side, as well as on the insole and I believe the Dubré of the shoe. So it's very, very minimal. Some are saying it's lazy, but I'm personally kind of curious to see how the quality on the leather is. If it's actually much better than normal, then that might be something that's interesting to me. But if it's just your normal white or black sort of pleather leather that Nike uses on their basic models, then it's gonna be a pass. So for now, this is gonna be a maybe flop for me. Another shoe, or I should say another pack of shoes releasing on March 5th is the New Balance Kawhi Leonard Sunset Pack. So in this collection, it consists of 3 shoes. There's the OMNIS, there's the 997 Sport, and the 850 as well. Originally, I think this pack was nicknamed the Animal Pack, so I've been hearing both Animal Collection or the Sunset Pack, but all 3 shoes have that gradient orange look to it. And I'm not gonna lie, it actually looks pretty decent, but with so many other things dropping this month, for me, it's gonna be a pass on all 3. Dropping on March 7th, we have the Nike Air Max 95 110. This sneaker is going to be a European exclusive, so the nickname of the shoe 110 is what people in the UK refer to the Air Max 95 as. Originally, the price of the Air Max 95 when it debuted back in 95 was £110, and because of that, the nickname stuck. So this year, 2020 being the 25th anniversary of that model, this shoe is a nod to the UK fan base, and you can see throughout the upper, there's a wide array of materials, textures, and colors, and the end result is something that I really like. So for me, this is probably going to be an L, but I am going to try, and hopefully it'll be a cop. Also dropping on March 7th, we have the Air Jordan 3 Retro in the UNC color. This is a shoe that I'm very excited for, and I think it's something that's been long overdue from Jordan Brand. It shouldn't be too hard to get. I think most Jordan accounts should be getting this shoe, and there doesn't seem to be any resale value on this pair, so if you are a fan of the Carolina blue color on Jordans, then you shouldn't need to jump through too many hoops to grab this pair this coming Saturday. If it wasn't obvious enough, this is definitely going to be a cop for me. Jumping forward to March 13th, this is just a rumored release date. It's not confirmed yet, but supposedly the SACAI Nike LDWAFFLEs are dropping in both the black and the white nylon colorways that day. These 2 pairs are a bit different than the other pairs that dropped last year in that the upper of the shoe is pretty much entirely covered in nylon, and it doesn't seem to have that same lightweight, airy feel to it that the OG pairs had with that mesh upper. These 2 pairs that are dropping have much more of a normal sneaker feel to it, while generally still retaining that same look of the silhouette. I anticipate these to be pretty difficult to get, but on a personal level, I just don't love the look of this nylon upper. The monotone upper really takes away from the different layers of the shoe. But again, this is just my personal taste. I just think that these 2 pairs sort of took away the whole magic of the shoe. So for me, this one is going to be a drop. Also set to drop on March 14th, we have the Nike Dunk Low in both the Kentucky and the Syracuse colors. These two pairs were just announced by Nike, and it's pretty undeniable that the Nike Dunk right now is back on top. The hype on Nike Dunks, not only just SBs but even regular Dunks, is just through the roof, and I expect both of these pairs to be pretty hard to get. To me, they look like your classic Dunk, just one being in Kentucky colors and the other in Syracuse colors. And if I had to choose just one, I'd probably go for the Syracuse pair, but honestly, I'll be happy with either one. In my opinion, both colorways are going to be cops. Following on that whole Dunk vibe, on March 14th, we also have dropping the Nike SB Dunk Low in the Safari color. This pair is inspired by the 2002 Atmos Air Max 1 Safari, except it's adopted on the Nike SB Dunk Low form. I think the pattern and the colorway of the Safari Air Max 1 works seamlessly on the Dunk Low, and this is another shoe that I am super excited for. Hopefully, it's not going to be impossible, and if it is, hopefully the resale prices aren't going to be too crazy. So I'll be entering as many raffles as I can, and hopefully I'll be able to give you guys a review. Another shoe dropping on March 14th is the Adidas Yeezy Boost 350 V2 in the Desert Sage color. This pair has a bit of an interesting look to it. I find it a bit of a refreshing change from the constant beige tones that we've been seeing in all the 350 V2s in the past few years. So for that reason, I'm kind of on the fence. I don't really wear the Yeezy 350 V2 too much anymore, so it might not make sense grabbing this pair only to have it sit on my shelf, for example, but I'd be lying if I said the colorway didn't have me a bit intrigued. So for me, this is going to be a maybe flop. Finally, last on my list, also dropping on March 14th, we have the Air Jordan 1 High Zoom in the Racer Blue color. I reviewed the initial colorway of the Air Jordan 1 High Zoom last year, and I wasn't too big of a fan of that model, mostly because of the upper material. It was very stiff and very crunchy, but at the same time, I'm kind of curious and a bit willing to give this model a second try. This isn't the worst colorway out there, and I still have hope that Jordan Brand can do it right. So for this version, it might be a game time decision, but I'm gonna put it as a maybe flop for now. Again, I know there's a ton more shoes that are dropping from all the major brands, but again, it'd be impossible for me to cover them all. These are just some of the more significant drops or just more of the drops that really caught my eye. So let me know in the comment section down below whether you guys agree with my cop, drop, or maybe flop assessment, and what shoes you guys are looking forward to most in the next week or two. If you guys like this new series, let me know in the comment section down below. Be sure to give me that thumbs up and hit that subscribe button as well. Also, you can find me on Instagram at esco8, check out my Twitter account at sean.go, and visit my website at seango.ca. So until next time, thank you guys so much for tuning in. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this video, and I'll catch you guys in the next one.